everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is KARMAKRYSS. So in today's video, I am bringing you guys another makeup tutorial, and this time I am going to do a little bit of chit chat. Not too much, but just a little bit. So I'm gonna start off with some Burt's Bees Vanilla Bean chapstick, and we're gonna get right into this tutorial. When I tell you I have had a rough week, child, I have had a rough week. Revolution primer, y'all already know MAC primer. So y'all, I got my wisdom teeth out last Friday. Today is Wednesday, and I can honestly say I underestimated the recovery. So I got my top left wisdom tooth out about 2 months ago, and if you guys want to check out that video, I'll leave the link below. But I recently just got my my lower wisdom teeth taken out, and that was an actual surgery. I had to be sedated for the whole thing, and let me just tell you, my mouth does not appreciate it at all. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my brows. As you guys already know, doing brows on camera is asking for a lot, simply because I will be concentrating and trying to talk and not really giving y'all my best. So let me go ahead and do them real quick, and I'll be right back. So I have just finished my eyebrows. I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in the shade Chocolate. Used my Pro Liner 22 brush. It's actually an eyeliner brush, I'm just realizing, not an eyebrow brush, but used that to carve out my brows, and then went in with my Tarte concealer in this shade Tan Deep Sand. Sometimes brows just be looking however they need to look. I ain't even gonna fight the girls today. I'm just not. So anyway, I'm going for a very bright orange look. So I'm doing an orange eye look today because I have a very interesting video that I am filming on my couples channel, and it's requiring some orange. So I got this palette from Ulta. It's the BH Cosmetics Puerto Rico palette. So let me just show you guys really quick. Get into her, she's cute. Yeah, so she's got some very vibrant colors, and that's why I picked her, because I was like, listen, we need to do some bright colors, no more neutrals. We're getting into summertime. It's time to bring the girls out. So anyway, I'm just gonna start in my outer corner and kind of work my way inwards on an angle just a little bit. We're just trying to build a nice orangey base, not doing too much just yet. I just want to let you guys know that my wisdom teeth journey has not been easy, because technically I haven't really been following direction, and let me tell you why. So as you guys can see, I'll leave the link to that video below, but I did post my wisdom teeth extraction. The first few days were a little difficult, but I was still doped up on the sedatives, literally doped up. I was taking my pain meds around the clock, but my girlfriend was there to definitely keep on top of me and like basically help me get on my medication. And you know, when she's not home, I just don't know what to do with myself. So basically what happened was, it was about 5:30 in the morning on day 3 of recovery, right? And I was like, okay, 5:30 in the morning, I started to get some like serious jaw sensitivity and like irritation and discomfort. I wouldn't really call it pain, but it's just something you don't want to deal with, and it was preventing me from falling back to sleep. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna get up real quick and go take my pain medication. Wrong move. The lady literally said, do not take the pain medication on an empty stomach. And child, let me tell you, 2 mornings in a row, like at 5:30, same time, woke up with the pain, took the pain medication on an empty stomach, and girl, that ibuprofen and that Tylenol whooped me like nobody's business. Like my stomach, it's almost like I had COVID all over again. My stomach had been tore up every morning for the last 3 days, with some serious runs and some serious vomiting, to the point where I have stopped taking the pain medication simply because I don't want my stomach to be upset. Now hear me out, right? You could be like, well, why don't you just go ahead and eat a good meal? Because I literally was taking my pain medications regular. 5:30 in the morning, my mouth starts hurting. So I'm like, okay, let me go take my pain pills. I did that 2 mornings in a row, and that completely jacked up my stomach. So then for the rest of the day, like if I'm sick in the morning, I don't want to eat food. Like I don't want to eat. And then my mouth starts hurting. So then I'm like, dang, I gotta try to put something in my stomach, and I mess around and I put foolishness, like applesauce or something really small, insignificant. So by the way, that was the shade Culebra. So I don't speak Spanish, but I like to think I do sometimes. So if I pronounce it in my little accent, that's because, you know, paying homage to my Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rican. So this shade is Culebrita. I don't know what any of these mean, unless this sounds like places. San Juan, Castillo, El Yunque. Yeah, it sounds like places in Puerto Rico, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna go in with this on my outer V only. We're not gonna really, well, I might have to drag it in a little bit because it's really pigmented, but I just want to create a really deep orange shade on the outside. My stomach was so tore up, I just did not want to eat anything, but I had to. I had to put something in my stomach in order for me to take the rest of my medication. So I was like, damn, what am I gonna do? So it's been 3 days and this is day 5 post-op, and when I say I have spent time and time again just vomiting and with stitches. I had a horrible night's sleep, could not sleep because I didn't take any pain pills, so my mouth was irritated. And guess what I also realized? They didn't tell me this. So I'm gonna be honest with you, after going through nursing school and taking pharmacology, multiple different pharmacology classes, I have realized that the pharmaceutical industry is is $1 billion industry for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. I was like, I'll take the Tylenol, I'll take the ibuprofen, but I'm not taking anything stronger than that because I don't want to be drowsy. I don't want any crazy side effects. You know, I don't want any more nausea or anything like that. I've just been trying to thug it out, but baby, let me tell you, having your mouth in pain with stitches and all this other stuff and then vomiting on top of it is not a good time. And I'm here to tell you it is not a good time. But I found some alternative solutions. But like I said, they just wanted me to take pain pills, and I was like, no, I need other things that are gonna help me with this. So actually I'm gonna go in the shade Lebra again, and I'm gonna just put some more orange just to kind of blend that because I don't want it to look too red, like too red orange, too blood orange, I guess I should say. So we're gonna buff that out, create like an ombre. I discovered that I can literally irrigate my gums. So I have a syringe in the house, and I was like, I can legitimately just take some salt water, put it in the syringe, and just spray it in the back of my gum, and that would literally get rid of the problem. And I was like, why didn't I think of this sooner? But then I also looked it up, and you actually cannot irrigate your gums too soon after surgery because you may dislodge the blood clot that's going to start to form in the hole, and then that leads to a whole other list of problems. So I'm just kind of like checking to see if I'm on the same page, because depending on the angle, when I'm talking, so I'm trying to look at you guys and look at my mirror. So my lighting is a little off. So this eye seems a little bit more pigmented, and I don't want to be looking like a clown. So I'm just trying to double check to make sure like I'm really buffing this out, getting those colors blended very well. Today has been rough. The morning was really rough. I rolled out of bed at like 11:30 because I just was not feeling good. I was not feeling it. But I told myself, you know, just like COVID, you gotta dust yourself off and try again. So I got in the shower, you know, slowly started putting some food back in my stomach, and I was like, okay, I can do this. So I'm gonna try to go in with this light pink shade. I'm gonna try the light pink shade first. It's called El Yunque. So we're gonna go in with that one, and I'm going to take the flat end of this brush. I'm just gonna tap some on here. I want to see how pigmented it is because I want to put this. Oh, it's really pigmented. I like this. Wow. So guys, since I'm a newbie in the makeup game, you know, I have Morphe palettes. I think that's it. Yeah, I only have really Morphe palettes. This is my first time doing BH Cosmetics, and I will say that my Morphe palette is pretty solid. Like, I really do like them, and the shades are pretty pigmented, but I will say using BH Cosmetics, I do like how pigmented this is. My Artistry palette, the big black one that I've used in the other videos, I think because I've had it for so long, and honestly, I know you're supposed to get rid of your makeup, but honestly, because I didn't use it, I was like, well, that's kind of a waste of my money. So I was like, maybe not. So it's not really as pigmented anymore. So I was like, let me pick up a palette, try a new palette, and see how that works out for me. And y'all, she's cute. So I'm gonna go back in with this brush, and I'm gonna blend one more time just to clean this up. What I am gonna do real quick is just use this plain brush and just buff out the harsh lines. So lastly, I'm going to take this flat brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade El Moro, and it's like this really pigmented bronzy orange shade, and I'm going to tap some on the brush. Let's see, we're going to put this on our lid. So in terms of how glittery it is, it's it's okay. I'll probably have to go in with another shade on top of it and I'm brighten her up a bit. But I just really want to stress the importance of a support system just in general in life, because everybody is going through something, especially right now. You know, the world is seeing so many hectic things going on. We've been obviously living in a freaking pandemic for 2 years, going on 3 years, and a lot of us are just very sick of everything. You know, our lives, you know, are forever changed by all of the events going on. And of course, condolences going out to every single person right now that is dealing with something. I mean, I'm not going to get into any specifics, but you know, we all see, you know, what's going on in this world, and we just all need to say a prayer for everyone. Share some love, spread some love, tell your family members you love them. You know, I don't like to say life is short, because obviously for some people, yes, life is short, but for others it could be a very lengthy life. But just more so, be who you need to be in this world. You know, share the love that you need to share. Tell your family you love them. If you got beef with somebody, go ahead and squash it, because I'm telling you, you don't ever want the last conversation you have with somebody to be a negative one, and then now you're sad because they're not here anymore or something like that, and you never got to say something. So I'm just gonna tap this shade San Juan right here, just like that. Yep, no inner corner highlight today. It's like a champagne color, just to give it some definition. Every time I do one eye, the other eye just don't be matching. Just in general, just with like me experiencing COVID and then a few weeks later experiencing this wisdom tooth surgery, I just really want to say shout out to my parents, shout out to my girlfriend, shout out to my best friend TT. Without them, honestly, life would just feel a lot harder. So really what I'm trying to say is get yourselves a good support system. So going in with my foundation, this is my Fenty Beauty, I think it's Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. So far, so good. I really like her. She's a good foundation. You guys will get to see this time, you know, given that my camera doesn't cut out on me. It just really pays to surround yourself with good people. Support doesn't always have to be family. I've learned that support can literally be some friends you met along your path, people in your life that are parent figures to you or whatever, aunts, uncles, guardians, just different people in your life you can turn to, I'm sure. And I just say build those connections with people, because we just all need love right now. This world just needs a lot of love, a lot of patience, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of understanding. There's a lot of people dealing with grief right now. There's a lot of people dealing with sadness. Just, I can't even imagine how overwhelming all of this must be for, you know, individuals who are actively suffering with a loss or dealing with a tragedy. I just can't imagine it. Let's dive into anxiety. And now I can't really speak on depression and other mental health issues. That is not my arena. But anxiety is something that I have dealt with. And I say dealt because I'm no longer claiming it in the present. I don't want my life to be overrun by anxiety, you know, simply because I keep speaking of it in a present tense. It can be extremely debilitating, especially because anxiety is literally the most common mental health disorder. There are just so many people who are actively dealing with anxiety. It's just like your body's fight or flight response just getting triggered all the time, and it may just be random. And for example, I was watching Victoria and Lindsay, who's a same-sex couple on YouTube. I'm sure you guys have seen them or at least heard of them, maybe on TikTok. Victoria came out with a video saying that she suffered with anxiety fairly recently. Like, she's in her later 20s and she just recently started dealing with anxiety, and she did not realize how debilitating it could be. And thankfully she has her support system, which is her girlfriend Lindsay. Lindsay's able to, you know, help her through that process. And I can honestly relate so much because I've had my girl, like, I never had anxiety before. I have felt like I've had depression before. That was after, you know, a relationship ending. And, you know, obviously, if you really care about a person, you're going to go through some tough times after a breakup. But that was just sadness, and I could deal with that, right? But anxiety is just like a mother. Like, I don't know who invented her, but they need to give her back to the streets, because no ma'am. No ma'am, no sir, no nothing. Like, anxiety is just crippling. It comes out of the clear blue sky. By the way, I'm going in with concealer, the same one I use for my eyebrows. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more concealer because I want a brighter under eye today. My anxiety kind of started right when the pandemic started, and also right when my spiritual journey started. So my spiritual journeys boomed right when the pandemic happened. Like, we were all sitting at home and I just had so much time to think. Oh, I don't know if I've ever said this, but I started seeing angel numbers and I was like, what is that? Like, and it kind of just led me down a rabbit hole. And then I started just researching so many things and eventually realized like there's a whole spiritual community out there that, you know, I can learn about. And so I did. But with that knowledge came the anxiety of a lot of different truths. Like, I don't know if any of you are on a spiritual journey or even believe in it, but if you do, you know that there's a lot of things that can cause anxiety because you don't look at the world the same. You don't look at life the same. You see life through a completely different lens. Like, everything you thought was one way is the complete opposite, you know? But your priority is to get past that. Your priority in life is to grow out of your fears, grow out of your worries, and into the best version of yourself, right? And obviously that takes time. That could take decades, even years, whatever. I just felt like I started dealing with anxiety because there were some troubles going on in my personal life that I was having a hard time with, you know, family, relationships. I was like, oh my God, so many things are overwhelming to me. And it started really attacking my body. It would attack my stomach. So I was having lots of vomiting, diarrhea. What's new? My heart would be racing. I would have a hard time concentrating. This is just the same powder I've been using, Sephora translucent setting powder. I really don't try that many new makeup products simply because I'm gradually growing. So if you guys have any recommendations, obviously let me know. So now I'm going to go in with my foundation stick and we're going to use this as bronzer, carving out, especially because my jaw is probably a little bit swollen. We definitely need to carve out our jaw. Anxiety just was present in my life for too many years, and I just felt like I needed, or I used it as a crutch, like, you know, or my girlfriend was there to help me through a lot. You know, I would literally be out sometimes and I would text her and be like, babe, it's happening, I need your help, can you come to me? You know, and she's been very supportive of it and been very, you know, helpful with getting me through those episodes. And I just feel like I realized my triggers and I was not prioritizing them. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys. Marijuana is a trigger for me. Like, I at one point enjoyed it just recreationally as like something fun to do, but then it really became debilitating. And I saw a TikTok, I'm gonna insert it.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm watching TV. I'm looking at you. Fuck you. I'm dead again. I'm up. I can run faster than a bitch around the house.
And it's like, honestly, that paranoia can really whoop your behind. You can start thinking of too many things, like your brain. And well, let's just be real. Marijuana, psilocybin, DMT, all of those things are psychedelics, but in reality, they just open your mind up to a realm of possibilities that maybe you weren't ready to reach into. And because I was diving deep in my spiritual journey, along with healing my own traumas, generational traumas, relationship traumas, every trauma you could possibly think of that, you know, happened in my life, I was working through, it all can come crashing down on you when you're under the influence of, you know, a psychedelic. And the next thing you know, you're thinking of too many things at once, your heart starts racing, you don't feel good. And I was just like, okay, I gotta figure out what's best for me. And then after having COVID, I realized there is nothing on this planet worth the freaking health of my stomach. I'm just gonna be real. There's nothing, there's not a single ounce of alcohol, there's not a single, you know, little smoke session. None of that is not worth my health. My MAC powder, Studio Fix powder. Anxiety had plagued me for about 2 years, and I finally had enough. I've had enough of my mind and my body portraying me, making me feel like, hold on, my girlfriend's calling. Hi, babe. Oh my God, why is my dad calling at the same time? All right, I'm filming, baby, so I'll call you right back. Hey, Pooh.
Hey, sweetie, you doing video?
Yeah, I'm actually recording. What's so funny, Justice just called me. The minute I answered, you called me. I said, oh my God, what are the chances of you guys calling at the same time? Alright, y'all, so as you guys can see in the last clip, my dad and my girlfriend called at the same time. But anyway, so I talked to my dad for a little bit, talked to my girlfriend for a little bit. So in the meantime, I did my lashes, and now I just bought this, brain fart. What is this thing called? I keep wanting to say highlighter. I already went in with my Good as Gold highlighter. Blush. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oof. Moment. Yeah, so I got this blush from Target. Ulta is right next to Target, but I already spent a bag. And I was like, you know what? Let me not walk my little happy tail up in there before I just spend more money that I don't need to be spending. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for my highlighter. I also touched up my eyebrows just a little bit off camera, and I'm gonna use my Benefit brow setter. Go ahead and lock these bad boys in. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. My eyebrows may look a little bit different video to video because as they grow out, they become harder and harder to make perfect. And y'all, I don't know. I'm really debating on taking these pain pills right here. I need to put some more food in my stomach first before I take them because we're not trying to have day 4 of, you know. So I just want to say that I did end up taking a pain pill right after this video. I did put some food in my stomach, but I still woke up this morning with the same problems, girl. I feel better now though, but ugh. But I just want to thug it out. But then my mom was like, there is no contest for how long you could go without taking pain medication. Like if you had a surgery, go ahead and take it. Then my dad, on the other hand, is like, no, Crystal, don't take the pain medication. It's already shown that it doesn't sit right in your body. And I'm just like conflicted. But you know, it's easier for me to get through the day when my mouth is not sore. But ibuprofen does cause an upset stomach, especially if you don't eat, but you can't overdose or you can't do too many of these. So I would have to take these every 6 hours. It is 4:30 now. If I take it now, y'all, I don't know. So y'all know I just use my setting spray. So last thing, I keep using the same lip gloss. I was attempting to go buy another one, but I just was like, do I really want to spend like $20 on a lip gloss? I mean, I already did. I use my lip gloss. I use the same stuff repetitively. Aquarius is a fixed sign, which means I like the same stuff over and over again. If I go to a restaurant, I'm ordering the same stuff. If I go to Starbucks, I'm ordering the same drink. I use the same lip gloss. If you guys have some really good recommendations for pigmented but cute but not overdoing it lip gloss, let me know in the comments. I feel like this isn't giving the bright orange I was looking for. I think I'm gonna touch up this makeup. I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'm gonna come back with the final product. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. I did go in and touch up a little bit of the eyeshadow just to kind of make it more orangey, make it pop a little bit more. It wasn't as orange as I was going for, but it's still cute. You know, it's still gonna give the vibe. It's still gonna give what I wanted it to give. So I went and threw my hair in a little bun. You know, wash day's coming up soon, so this is all I'm gonna do with my hair. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit that post notification bell so you will be notified every single time I post a new video. I'm actually going to go in with some eyeliner. I almost forgot to do this. This is a Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner.